Does the story depend on the audience finding a particular character sympathetic? That's a question I've been thinking about a lot lately as I read and write and engage with fiction. We talk a lot about whether or not characters are sympathetic, but I feel like we should talk more about what that does to the narrative. Does the narrative work even though the character isn't sympathetic? Sometimes there are characters and the story works whether or not you find them sympathetic. One example of this, I think, is John Gaius from The Locked Tomb. I know people who adore this man. They find him so sympathetic. I don't really understand their perspective. I think he's a fabulous character, don't get me wrong, he's great, but he's not sympathetic. That's okay though, the story works whether or not we view him as sympathetic. And then there are some characters where you're not supposed to see them as sympathetic. If you see them as sympathetic, then the story falls apart. Like Humbert Humbert, for example. He is the main character in Lolita. He is the one who is sexually abusing his pubescent stepdaughter. If you find him sympathetic, the story falls apart. You are not supposed to find this man sympathetic. And if you do, you will misunderstand the book. And also, if you find him sympathetic, you should probably talk to someone. Once again, he's a fabulous character. The writing is incredible. He's very well crafted, he's very human, but he's not sympathetic. And that is what makes the book work. But then sometimes there are situations where you have to find a specific character sympathetic or the story falls apart. And that's always really dangerous, I think. One example of that, I think, is Caitlin from Arcane. If you do not find her sympathetic, then the ending really falls flat. People who found her sympathetic really liked the ending. I'm generalizing, not everybody, of course, but a lot of people who really liked Caitlin and found her sympathetic loved the ending, and those of us who really didn't like the ending. And the thing is that there are always going to be people who don't find the character sympathetic. So if the entire story depends on everybody finding the character sympathetic, that's probably not great.